Hello, good afternoon, anal cancer thrivers and survivors. My name is James Gies, and I'm very excited to be here today to share with you a little bit about what my journey was and how life has gone since my diagnosis. For those of you who don't know me, I was diagnosed with anal cancer back in April of 2022. I'd been struggling, probably like a lot of you, month going to doctors every month, every couple of weeks, just asking for help. Right, couldn't go to the bathroom. I was in a lot of pain. Finally, after about six doctor visits, I was able to get referred to my gastroenterologist. Who, when he saw me, he's like, "Why are you here? You just had a colonoscopy 2 years ago, and everything was fine." And I, to be very blunt, said, "Stick your finger up my butt, and you'll know why I'm here." So he did, and I bled, and the rest is history. So had a flexible sigmoidoscopy the next day, had a biopsy done, and the next day I was actually leaving on a cruise. So while I was on my cruise, I got that great email that says, "Well, Mr. Geese, hope your cruise is going really well. By the way, you have cancer. When you get back, you'll have to see some specialists and kind of get started with treatment." So that was a very memorable trip, to say the least. But here I am, a little more than 3 years later, and I have to admit, I probably feel better than I did before I was diagnosed, and long, long before that. Because here's the thing that people sometimes forget: having cancer can be a reset for you, right? So, absolutely, it's a horrible disease. Would not wish it on my worst enemy. But it gave me the opportunity to pause and build some relationships for sure. So, I would say if you've been recently diagnosed, one of the best things that you can do, obviously, reach out to the ACF, find a thriver that can walk you through things that worked for them or didn't work for them, and so you can have that connection. But the other connection that's so important is finding people who are going through it now and the same cancer that we have, not rectal cancer, not breast cancer, but finding someone else who's going through the NAGRA protocol just like we did, so you can, for lack of a better word, commiserate with them, because that's something that was very empowering for me. Because you can be involved in these forums, you can be involved in some of these groups, maybe on Facebook or somewhere else, but everyone's in a different journey. And sometimes people just want to talk about what they want to talk about. But finding that those one or two people that that can be with you and help you. I did have one of those people. His name is Michael Mann, and unfortunately, he did not survive this horrible disease. He passed away earlier this year. And so, um, but the relationship that I had with him was one of the most meaningful things that I had during my entire cancer journey. So, um, if I can give anyone some advice, uh, and the most helpful thing you can do is be present and focus on your recovery. Take the time off work to spend some time with your family and make sure that everything that you do is focused on getting better. Because if you take the time and fix your diet and take those sits baths and do everything else like that, your body will heal much better. It's being traumatized right now. And the more that you can do to make sure that you come out of it the other side, is the most important thing that you can do. So if anyone wants to talk to a thriver, I'm happy to be that for anyone here. Um, I am 3 years out. I'm back to work full time. I feel great. I work out with a trainer. I go to stretch lab to work on my mobility. I see a neuromuscular massage therapist. I take better care of myself now than I ever have. Um, and I would say the biggest learning that I can give to anybody is spend time on your recovery, spend time on yourself during treatment, and make sure that everything goes as best as it possibly can. And don't be afraid to ask for help along the way. So again, thank you so much to the Anal Cancer Foundation for giving me time to speak today. Thank you.